Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. Investors now have exposure to XRP on a major stock exchange. I wasn't expecting to see that headline today. Also this, I'm sure you've heard about this at this point, right? Coinbase is now a publicly traded company, and you can go buy you a sweet, sweet piece of that Coinbase. And I'm willing to bet that when you do, like the NASDAQ, it's probably not going to halt like it would if you were trying to purchase a cryptocurrency on Coinbase, because Coinbase, let's be real, I like them. I like the platform, the way it works. It's easy to use. They're a little bit crashy, a little breaky, you know. So I'm hoping that at least it would be kind of funny though if you go to purchase your Coinbase. Sorry, the platform's down. The NASDAQ, I don't know, just check back in another hour. Maybe it'll be fine by then. The issue will be resolved. Anyway, so I'll cover that, and then also I've got this from CNBC. Gary Gensler confirmed by Senate to lead the SEC, Wall Street's top regulator. So what's he got in store for the world of crypto? We'll talk about that just a little bit too. But I do want to be clear at the outset. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just a simple moon Lambo. I'm an enthusiast that makes YouTube videos all up on the YouTubes as a hobby. That is all that it is. Just want to be super clear so that nobody thinks I'm someone or something that I'm not. So here's a headline from crypto media outlet U Today. XRP ETP to be listed on Europe's third biggest stock exchange. And by the way, I'm expecting stuff like this to happen the world over. You will see it also in the United States. And look, I understand that about half of my audience is in the United States. So if you started to feel a little bit less excited just because you're in the United States and this exchange is in Europe, well, think a little bit bigger than that. First of all, how do you think the other half feels that's not in the United States, given like there's been so much news surrounding XRP because of the court case? It's all like U.S. centric. So just, you know, they put up with it too. People that are not in the United States. That's like half of my audience anyway. But consider also that this is going to be a positive impact because this is not just exposure to like some sort of XRP vehicle that has nothing to do with cryptocurrency. Like XRP is backing all of this, so this will affect the supply and demand. And so for people that don't want to directly come in and figure out how to purchase cryptocurrency on a cryptocurrency exchange or anything like that, it's increasing the reach of XRP specifically. And so, you know, in the United States, there still hasn't been an ETF. And actually, to be honest, off the top of my head, I don't remember the difference between an ETF, which is an exchange-traded fund, and an ETP, which is an exchange-traded product. I believe that's right. Sometimes I forget what acronyms stand for. Exchange-traded product. I'm pretty sure that's right. Exchange fund product. No, I think they got it wrong here. They wrote exchange fund product, then wrote ETP. Freaking crypto media, man. It's exchange-traded products, and if I'm wrong, then it doesn't matter. It's just that's what I'm going to call it anyway. But look here. This is important. Because again, it affects supply and demand, and so everybody's anticipating actually, and I'll talk about this a little bit later in the video more in depth. But Gary Gensler could make all this happen, where Bitcoin would be the first cryptocurrency exchange to be offered, a cryptocurrency to be offered on as a exchange traded fund. And so take a look here. London-headquartered crypto money manager CoinShares has announced the launch of a new XRP exchange fund product. They meant to write exchange-traded product, I'm sure. Anyway, it will trade on Zurich-based 6 Swiss, the third largest stock exchange in the world, with a total market cap of over $1.6 trillion under the XRPL ticker. So a couple thoughts on that. First of all, as far as them using the XRPL ticker, that's interesting because there's XRP, but there's also the XRP ledger, which has XRP as the native digital asset. The XRP ledger is known as XRPL, so now it's also known as that on this exchange. So that might cause a little confusion, but hey, that's what they're doing here. Then they can continue here. Actually, let me just jump over to this, because here this is like more of like a press release style, and there's some quotes in here I wanted to share. This is from etfexpress.com. CoinShares launches XRP ETP. CoinShares, Europe's largest digital asset investment firm, has launched a new exchange-traded product, CoinShares Physical XRP, XRPL. XRPL is CoinShares' 8th investment product and its 4th new product launch in 2021. XRPL has been built using CoinShares' institutional-grade ETP platform, CoinShares Physical. Check this out. This is why it matters. I don't care where you live in the world. This is why it matters. It's supply and demand. And this is just the beginning. But check this out. Each unit of XRPL is backed with 40 XRP at launch, providing investors with passive exposure to XRP, the native token unit on the Ripple network. Now, of course, the last part of that sentence is incorrect. It's not on the Ripple network. It's on the XRP ledger, which is the XRPL, which is why, again, it starts to sound all messed up. So you can purchase XLP, which gets you exposure to XRP, which is on XRPL. Like... It gets a little convoluted sounding, which is whatever. That's what they did, though. That life choices, man. Life choices. And so what I've been saying for some time here is that, in the United States, for example, you will see an exchange-traded fund where Bitcoin is offered, and that'll affect the supply and demand for Bitcoin. So that'll just make the crypto asset class, make the pie get bigger over time anyway. But I've long said, even if it just starts with Bitcoin, eventually you'll see ETFs for XRP and other major cryptocurrencies that have long-term viability. And so you're seeing this, and again, I don't recall off the top of my head, it doesn't really matter the difference between an ETF and an ETP. What matters to me functionally and should matter to you is that it's physically backed, meaning that there's real XRP that has to be held by the entity. So they bought it, and knowing that investors on the exchange would then buy their product, which is XRPL. So there you go. It's effectively a derivative. That's kind of what it sounds like to me anyway. But check this out. Head of Product Townsend Lansing says, quote, we're excited to bring XRP to our physically backed ETP platform. At CoinShares, we build innovative products in response to demand from our clients. So how about that? Think about that. The clients were clamoring for this. The quote continues, once we determine that a professional caliber product is feasible, and it appears that demand exists to make a liquid market for trading the product, we bring the product to fruition, leveraging the extensive trading, custody, and compliance capabilities of the CoinShares group. And so it's going to be interesting too. So this is traded in the way that legacy stocks have traded, because you are purchasing effectively. It's a representation. It's not the actual cryptocurrency itself, even though it is backed. So you have exposure to the asset class, and that's good. But as time passes, you're going to see a blurring of the lines because, let's be real, blockchain technology is superior for trading, period. Even if you're talking about stocks, this is why I've been saying for some time, you're going to see every single stock in existence be tokenized. And then you're going to get this blurring of the lines to some degree, I think. Not entirely, but to some degree, of what constitutes a crypto, what constitutes a stock. Because they're going to have some similar attributes, especially if they're on a blockchain there. Because what if you can take a stock that's been tokenized? I mean, not that people are using cryptocurrency to buy stuff, like some people are. I mean, it's just a small percentage of people. But then, outside of the complexity of tax implications, you could just take your tokenized stock and purchase a cup of coffee with it, right? Just like you could with XRP or Bitcoin. Now, there's technical implications, there's tax implications, and there's reasons that most people the world over don't do stuff like that. They're not using cryptocurrencies to, but the reason I mention that is just to point out, this is where you're going to see a blurring of the lines. What the hell is a stock and what the hell is a crypto? And so you're going to have to come up with more clear definitions. And then, there's going to be varying degrees of centralization and decentralization. It's just an interesting topic here, but you are going to see an increasingly tokenized world and an increasingly liquid world as we head ever closer to this. Now here, you have Coinbase going public. I think this is awesome stuff here. Whatever you guys think about Coinbase, I get it. A lot of people aren't too thrilled with them. I understand. They're very crashy. And a lot of people are not happy with them waiting so long to list XRP ultimately, and then to halt trading of XRP. I understand all of that. I think they're okay, though. But anyway, check this out. Coinbase has finally made its debut on the NASDAQ exchange, kicking off its new journey as a publicly traded company that many bulls believe could be the next Amazon. The 21-second countdown before the opening bell symbolized the 21 million bitcoins that will ever be mined. Oh, how cute. Since Coinbase eschewed a traditional IPO and opted for a direct listing, its shares started trading later during the trading session. Its stock opened at $381 on the NASDAQ exchange around which gives it a market cap of around $100 billion. Coinbase has now made history as the biggest direct listing ever. And the stock, though, didn't do so hot throughout the day. It actually got down to, it closed at, here we go, $328.28. Now, that doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It's in price discovery right now. I mean, it makes me think back to Facebook. I think it had a kind of a messy... this goes back to when did Facebook initially do its IPO? Was it then like over a decade now? Whenever it was, it's been a long time now. But I remember things were messy. I don't remember all the specifics, but price didn't do so hot initially. But we all know, obviously, it became worth a fortune. So I suspect that this is going to look really, really cheap in the future. But still, that's a reasonable question to ask is it better to invest in XRP or your cryptocurrency of choice or Coinbase? Well, as far as crypto goes, they're all tied together in terms of market performance. And with where we're at in the cycle now, yeah, I mean, I guess if you purchase, and this is not financial advice, but I suspect if you purchase a cryptocurrency, there's a reasonable chance it's going to outperform Coinbase until the crypto bubble forms, inflates to its fullest, and then pops. And then, it's going to drop precipitously, I suspect, whether it's 70, 80, 90%. And Coinbase is going to keep on chugging along, I think. I mean, it could get I'll admit too, when the crypto bubble pops, maybe some of that, since Coinbase is directly relating to crypto, obviously, maybe it takes a hit too. Maybe it could. But still, even if that happens, I still think that, and I'm not convinced it will actually, because let me cite this also. Like, Coinbase, it doesn't matter if crypto is going up or down in terms of price action, not that much. Like, Coinbase is making money on the buying and selling, so volume is volume. And I get it, if it's their holdings, fine, then it can be worth less. Yes, I do get that. But I'm just saying, from a business model perspective, who knows what it's going to look like, because clearly the crypto asset class isn't going to go away. So I don't know for sure if traders are going to freak out as much in terms of their holdings in Coinbase as they would if they have direct exposure to crypto. So I don't know. We'll just have to let time pass and see what that looks like. And finally, I wanted to mention this. Gary Gensler confirmed by Senate to lead the SEC, Wall Street's top regulator. And so I don't have a ton to say on this. Obviously, he's going to have to look into what's going on with Ripple. That's going to be, I mean, frankly, as far as litigation goes, that's the biggest case that the SEC has going on right now. And it'll be the most consequential in decades, frankly. Like, it really is. It's going to have far-reaching implications for the world of crypto. And another thing he's going to have to look at in crypto, which is cited in the CNBC piece, is whether or not there will be an exchange-traded fund for Bitcoin. I think it's going to happen under this guy. He's very pro-crypto, very pro-Bitcoin. We'll see what he ultimately thinks about Ripple and XRP. Hoping there's going to be a settlement still. If not, though, I keep going back to what I've been saying for a long time now. I would not want to be an SEC lawyer arguing that the points that they're arguing in court, about what Ripple allegedly did, and selling XRP as an unregistered security, and then the idea that XRP is a security today. It's like XRP itself, not just that it was sold as an XRP by Ripple back in the day, but today XRP by nature is a security of Ripple. That's some bonkers crazy stuff right now. So for that and a bazillion other reasons I've been articulating on this channel for some time, I would not want to be the SEC. So I'm hoping that they see that they've got quite the uphill battle. I'm hoping Gary Gensler and crew will want to save face and just decide, hey, okay, maybe it's best to just settle and move forward. And then they can move on to other stuff like figuring out if there's going to be a Bitcoin ETF, which I think there will. And that'll be good because, again, like I said, as long as it's physically settled, this is going to be requiring the backing of Bitcoin itself, which will result ultimately longer term in a bigger piece of the pie. And as exchanges, traditional stock exchanges of the world over, adopt this approach, this is why it's one of many reasons why you will see the crypto asset class in the tens of trillions of dollars, if not substantially higher than that. So these are exciting times that we live in right now. This is just the beginning. But let me know what you think, Bill. I'll go ahead and wrap up here. But I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.